they'll look at flaws in both fighters. Tyson was terrible against Francis Ngannou. Let's not lie, he was awful.
Danny Gathon here for Pro Boxing Fans. We are at the Mazuma Stadium in Morecambe. It's a pleasure to be joined by Adam Smith. Adam, just saying to you off camera there, first time in Morecambe. Can't imagine they've hosted too many heavyweight boxing press conference. What did you make of it here? What did you make of it today? We're here obviously for Tyson Fury.
Wasn't there a rumour that he was going to buy the club as well, Tyson? Morecambe's his home. It's a pleasure coming up here. It's quite a trek actually, and I met Barry Jones in the changeover of trains, and we got the little rattler up to Morecambe, and then we walked from the station to the football club, which took about half an hour in the rain. So that was our welcome to the town. But it's been fantastic, you know, seeing Tyson. He looks really focused. I love what I heard at the press conference today. The boxing knowledge, the historian, the cruiserweight, heavyweight history. He knows his stuff, and he looks right on the money. He really is excited about this fight. You know, there's no trash talking. He obviously is disappointed about what happened against Ngannou, but that's gone. That's history. That fight was, you know, he got through it. He carries on. This is the big one, and he knows that. And I think Tyson Fury performs when there's a big challenge in front of him, and I think it'll be the best Tyson Fury that it can be in that ring, and the best Tyson Fury is a very, very dangerous Tyson Fury. Is he going to be too big? Possibly. Is Oleksandr Usyk the best technical fighter he's ever faced? Probably, yes. I think Usyk's brilliant. But it's very interesting what Tyson was saying up there. Can he beat the elite heavyweight champion in Tyson Fury? You know, it's all very well, and all respect to the others that he's beaten, and Derek Chisora, a good world title challenger, but not a Tyson Fury. So it's a big ask for Usyk, but it's a big ask for Tyson as well. So yeah, look, I expect a really, really good fight on May the 18th. Will Tyson be too big? Will he be too powerful? Will Usyk be too skillful? Will Usyk get in a rhythm quickly and cause Tyson a lot of problems? I think Oleksandr is a fantastic, fantastic athlete and a wonderful human being, and he's got every chance in this fight. But Tyson Fury is a big man. If it's the best Tyson Fury, and it'll need to be the best, then yeah, he's got to have a real chance of becoming undisputed champion on May the 18th.
It was mentioned up there that Tyson's dad, John, now a part of the team, an official capacity. Just wondering what you make of that. There have been rumours in the past, maybe there's a bit of tension between John and Sugar Hill, and I know they had a minor sort of like back and forth up there over John Sugar saying that Usyk was as skilled as Tyson. What do you think? Do you think the addition of Tyson's father can help preparations for Usyk? Or?
He's his dad, and he speaks his mind, doesn't he? And I thought of all the predictions up there, everyone going for a knockout, I thought actually listening to John was the most interesting, because yeah, they are master technicians.
Not sure how happy the broadcasters were of it.
No, of course not, because you know, you want the knockout, you want to sell the show, of course. No one wants to say it's going to be a dull 12-rounder, but elite fighters often have 12-round fights, and yes, Tyson might be too big and too strong, and he could go through him like he did Deontay Wilder. There's a possibility of that. There's also a possibility that, you know, Oleksandr Usyk can outbox him and win on points. There's all sorts of ways this fight can go. Whether John is his dad, and if that's what Tyson fancies, it's almost like what he wants, right? I'm not in the inner team. I know the people that are, and he's got great people around him. You know, Sugar Hill's a fantastic trainer. Greg's a great nutritionist. He's got a terrific setup. And if John adds that little something, as I'm sure he does, then that's great. I guess the proof's in the pudding. We'll see on May the 18th whether the camps work. And of course, because of the postponement, because of the cut, and you know, that difficult sort of period of, you know, taking a step back and then going again for both fighters is hard. So yeah, there's a lot of questions. The cut too, will that have healed properly? Is it fine? Will it open again? What about Usyk's body? They're obviously going to target that after the Dubois fight and what they think they've seen as the amateurs. So they'll look at flaws in both fighters. Tyson was terrible against Francis Ngannou. Let's not lie, he was awful. So based on that last fight, it gives Usyk, you know, massive confidence. But I think it'll be a different Tyson Fury on May the 18th, and maybe
maybe John will add something to it. He'll certainly add something to the build-up.
For sure. You mentioned sort of some of the stylistic aspects of the fight, the technical standpoint. Seen Tony Bellew says he thinks Tyson Fury only has a puncher's chance against Oleksandr Usyk. Do you think that's a fair assessment, or is that potentially a bit harsh?
Well, Tony's been in the ring with Oleksandr, and I know how highly he rates Usyk. Of course, he was brilliant, wasn't he? Because Tony was in the fight, but he got sort of mentally tired, and he talks about the way that Usyk just, almost ruins you in the fight, because he's just constantly thinking and constantly outmaneuvering you. Even if he's not doing that much, it's so tiring, he said, Tony. But he shared a ring with him, so and he got beaten by Oleksandr Usyk. So I'd expect him probably to side maybe more with Usyk because of that. But no, I don't just give Tyson Fury a puncher's chance. I think Tyson Fury is a fantastic boxer in his own right. He's brilliant, but at this stage, he's had 3 big fights with Deontay Wilder, and the wear and tear as well. We just don't know. We're not sure. As I said, if it's the best Tyson Fury, if it's the Tyson Fury that fought Deontay Wilder for the second time and comes out like that, he's got a great chance maybe of making that prediction come true of the knockout. But if it's not, if it's anything less than that, Oleksandr Usyk is, he hardly lost a fight as an amateur. One of the greatest of all time, and as a professional, undisputed cruiserweight champion. Yeah, I don't even have to sell him, do I? He's outstanding. Those 2 wins over Anthony Joshua shows he can, compete at the very highest level at heavyweight as well. So write him off at your peril. It's a fight like that. You can look at it in so many different ways, and Tony will have one opinion, and I know Carl Froch will have another, and John Fury will have another, and you'll have another, and I'll have another, and it really doesn't matter. It's what happens on the night, who gets it right tactically. Will it come down to the brilliant corners? Will it come down to the outstanding fighters? Will it just come down to very fine margins? I think Usyk needs a brilliant start in this fight. I think he has to, like he did against Joshua in the first fight. I think he has to establish himself quickly, get in that rhythm, in and out. I think his lateral movement, and if he does that and he establishes and wins those early rounds, then Tyson could find himself in a very tricky situation. So I think those first 6-9 minutes are crucial, because if Oleksandr Usyk can't take that sort of the strength, the leaning, the force of Fury, as well as that big reach advantage he's got, and can't get past that jab, then he's got problems too. But these are great questions, all to be answered, and it's the undisputed heavyweight world title fight in Saudi. It hasn't happened for 25 years. There's more belts on the line than ever before. I was there in Madison Square Garden with Lewis and Holyfield on that controversial draw, and Frank Maloney going mad, and them all calling it a robbery. It was front page of the Daily Post in the New York Times and everything. And let's hope that we get as huge attention, if not bigger, for this one. It's amazing what's happening in Saudi, what Turki Al-Sheikh is doing over there. It's just brilliant. There's going to be a spectacular show, no doubt. But as a fight, it's the fight the world wants to see, and it's brilliant that it's been delivered finally on May the 18th. We waited long enough.
One man who have perhaps a keener eye than most on May the 18th is Anthony Joshua. Sounds like he's going to fight the winner of Filip Hrgovic versus Daniel Dubois, if that happens. Do anything for you, AJ, versus the winner of that potentially at Wembley? That's what the rumbling is.
I think it's brilliant. I think that, I think if Hrgovic and Dubois is announced, I think that's a terrific fight. You can just pick 4 or 5 of them out of a hat, can't you, and just... There's just some wonderful matches, so that's a great fight. And yes, I could see Joshua fighting the winner. Obviously, him and Dubois, there's history there. They've sparred a lot together, and if it's Hrgovic and Joshua, then obviously there's a great fight to be made there. So I think that's a brilliant move for AJ. I want to see AJ busy, and I know they say September. I would like maybe to have seen him even earlier. He had just those 1.5 rounds against Ngannou. I'd maybe like to have seen him back in the ring in, say, June, but. The inner camp thinks September or that sort of time, and if the Dubois-Hrgovic fight happens, as we think it might in June, then that would be perfect for September. Brilliant to have it at Wembley if it's AJ and Dubois particularly. And then, the winners, and we get Fury, AJ 2 or 3 times, and everyone's dreams come true. But this is heavyweight boxing, right? Everyone thought it was going to be AJ Wilder. Look what Joe Parker and Andy Lee did. So let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. Let's see what we got in front of us. And at the moment, we don't know what's happening on June the 1st, apart from Bivol and Batavev. We can't wait to find out what else is. But May the 18th is the concentration now, and Fury Usyk is a huge fight. And let's look at this one and work out the the permutations after that. But yeah, Joshua's in a wonderful position after that great win.
I'm sure we shouldn't look too far ahead. I will let you go. Thanks for speaking to Pro Boxing fans. Let you get on. Thanks very much.
Cheers.
Cheers,
Pleasure.
Adam. Appreciate it, mate.
No problem.